Hey everybody, what is up? And welcome back to another hashtag Lockboss Show and Giveaway. Of course, here in just a little bit, we're going to have a special guest, Wes from LockCaddy. But before we get going, I just want to cheers to all you out there. Of course, I'm drinking a Topo Chico, and I hope you're drinking your favorite beverage of choice. Man, I tell you what, so it is now September 5th, and you all know what's just 2 days away, right? The Lockboss Season 2.1 big giveaway announcement. So really excited to see you. It's really the same place, same time in 2 days from now on Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will be announcing the Lockboss winners. On top of that, of course, we'll be doing our weekly winners today here in just a little bit. Now, before we got going here, I was reading the comments and just want to say congratulations to George Blair. He says, I'll pop it up on the screen here. It says, unless dumb things happen, that's always a scary statement, but he says, I've got a new job, going to be a locksmith for a bank service group. We'll be working on safe deposit locks and dial combo fun. George, well, hey, congratulations on that. And George, it's funny that you say that because that's actually something you're going to start seeing us here on the YouTube channel going over is going to be safe deposit box locks and work. So stay tuned as we are gearing up for that, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see here. I just want to say hi to everybody in the chat, see what's going on here. Let's pull it up. I see the Lockfather's on. Lockfather, how's it going? He's been, I'll try to get him on in 2 weeks, okay? I'll try to get the Lockfather on here in 2 weeks. So he's actually been doing on-call work right now, and it'd be good to check in with him. Yeah, hey, Ed Keel says September 7th is his birthday. How about that? Well, hey, happy early birthday. All right, so well, hey, let's go ahead and jump into the show here. And in just a moment, we'll bring on Wes. We'll talk about the what's going on with LockCaddy. And then, of course, we'll announce this week's 5 lucky winners. Now, Julio, I don't want you too silent on today's show, okay? Don't be afraid to put a little tunes on. I don't know, maybe Wes will even have a confession for us or something. I don't know, but we will find out. But let's go ahead and get the show going here. All right, so let's start off with the posts of the week. This one comes from Edwin D. He says, I came home after a long day to an amazing package. Thank you so much. Very nice cap. I'll be wearing this for work every day. Edwin, hey, thanks for sending a photo in. Looking good there. And good stuff. All right. Next one up is from Willard A. He says, my weekly winter swag arrived today. Thanks, CLK Supplies. Look at that whole bunch of good stuff. The card's closed, so I couldn't tell if Bill he's signing them again. I'm still trying to understand that. I haven't actually had a chance. Tomorrow, I'm gonna ask, go back there to the sales area and be like, hey, what's going on with Billy signing cards without permission? I don't know. Let's find out. All right, next up is the comment of the week. This one comes from Joseph Leonard. He says, Billy just being himself. He is hilarious. Total riot. So as you can see here, I took a screenshot. If you haven't watched the short, you can check it out. Pretty funny stuff. It says, my mom told me just to be myself and people would like me. right in a pallet jack right there. I mean, he actually looks pretty stable on that thing from this angle, doesn't he? Looks like he's really getting it done. But all right, good stuff, everybody. So let's go ahead and go into Live with Wes, the owner of LockCaddy. So let me go ahead and bring him on the screen here. All right, well, there he is. Wes, hey, thanks for joining us today live on YouTube.
No problem, PJ. Thanks for giving me time. I'm telling you, boy, it's hot like hell. We're in Chicago, and it's like 98 degrees here. Boy, I don't know. Something's got to change here pretty quick, but it seems like we got an extension of summer, whether we want it or not. So, but again, thanks for allowing me some time here. I thought I'd give you a little history on LockCaddy and myself and kind of give you the current tools that we're launching or promoting right now. What I wanted to give you a little background in this whole idea. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is
here, Wes, is what I'll do for a minute. I'm going to take myself off that screen so they can see the whole thing.
Okay. Good to go? Okay. So this was the original LockCaddy that I had for years and years and years. And you can kind of see it's casing for a door opening. And I was making these things on my brother-in-law's table saw. And you can kind of see where I was making drawings for certain tools and certain applications. So from this, we now have, this is the small format LockCaddy, so that you can see the different locations. When you get involved with the government as far as applying for a patent, each one of these locations is called a station. And you kind of have to describe what each station does. So to give you an idea, let me go this way here. Here is a station for holding the tweezer. So I apologize. I'm probably making somebody sick here as far as what I'm trying to show. But there's a location there for a tweezer. So here is, again, what the original produced LockCaddy, and I check every one of these things to make sure that the quality is there and that everything goes out. You can see, you know, we've had some running changes where we make these pins out of steel now, so that there's a little more accuracy as far as if you want to stack them in your shop or in your truck or wherever. So this was the original LockCaddy. Here is what we call the mini LockCaddy, and it's fewer stations, fewer features. But some of the guys were saying that, you know, they have a problem with the longer one just because it has to fit between key machines, or the area in our shop, they can't do that. So this would be again the original mini version. You know, I listen to my customers all the time. I talk to them all the time to see how we can better serve them and allow them to do some things. So those were the two that we came out with, and there were some locksmiths who said that they would prefer a single point or single station version. So this is what is called the cradle, and this is for small format. So if you do any small format, whether it be Sargent, Yale, Medico, Schlage, or whatever, you can do the biggest problem locksmiths have as far as working on a large format core. Here's just Medico, for example, is this pin cover. Okay, and what it is, I've designed, excuse me, a location for that pin cover so that you can get at it and peel it off, okay? So it keeps you in one location, and you're not going around your shop to grab something with a pair of, you know, vice grips or a vice itself, which inevitably you're going to ruin that core so the key won't turn properly. So you can hold the core, you can hold keys for it with the Schlage version, large format core, which I have here. As you know, that this is a cap and pin type of core, which essentially is for like a regular core. So I also give you, excuse me, a location for our fouling tools, and the red tool tells me that that's for 0.500, which a lot of manufacturers use, including Schlage, as far as fouling tool. So that's the Cradle large format. So if you do that, it's again saving time and making you much more productive. And everybody knows you get these phone calls in the middle of pinning, you can come back and everything is right there. The next tool I want to show you as far as the Cradle is concerned is the small format best type of fixture. You can do a couple of different things with this. Here is a 7-pin core. If you look at the inside of that housing, you can see that there's 2 different levels. So because the back of your core is not the same, and you don't want to be stamping on the barrel, because if you do that, then your keys won't work. So if you stick the core in, if you're stamping on it, you're not stamping on the barrel itself, you're stamping on the Bible section of that. Okay, so the most popular tool that we sell for small format is what we call the go no go tool. Okay, and here's what it is. It's a tool where, I don't know if you can hear that, but there's individual pins that line up for either 6 or 7 pin. And before you cap the tool, if you stick that tool in over the core itself, the pins will all be the same size, and you can be assured that you've pinned the core correctly. Okay, or if there's one pin that's higher or one pin is lower, you know that that particular chamber, there's too many pins or not enough pins, so you don't have to go hunting or whatever, dropping pins and caps or whatever to make sure you have put in too many 2 tops or whatever. We know that, you know, those pesky 2 tops are pretty small pins. Also, what I just wanted to tell you, that this tool fits not only in the Cradle, it fits into the Mini, and it also fits into our original LockCaddy. So everything I've designed kind of gives you the flexibility of these tools going through all different LockCaddy tools themselves. The next thing I want to show you, figuring that it's important that once you have pinned your core and all the keys work, lots of times customers want you to stamp numbers either on the face or on the side of the core. And just to kind of make it a little more professional, I have made what is called a stamping plate, so that when you put this on, you can see that the top portion of the core is showing. And now if you use a 3/32 stamp, you can stamp AA1 or SKD1 or whatever in a professional manner, so that you know that. Now, if you need to side stamp this core, you would have to use our larger LockCaddy, and the face or the side stamp plate fits there. Okay, so we have made this so you get a face stamp or a side stamp, and again, it makes a much clearer, much more professional way of working on it. For the guys that have some pretty large fingers or not very comfortable using tweezers, I also came up with what is called the travel tray. And what this is, it's a pinning tray that, let me take this off so you can see it. Okay, where there's the tray, and you can load it up with 2 tops, 3 tops, 4 tops, which are really, really small pins, or 2, 3, 4 bottom pins. And you can put this on top of the core, and you can also put this cover on it. And what it is now, the pins are captive inside of those different chambers, and you can take it out to the truck with you, or you could put it back on your bench or whatever, and not lose pins or springs. You can put springs in here also. So that's a brand new item for us. The last thing I will show you is what we call our cat key, where this itself, if you see the end of this tool, it's hollowed out, and I hollowed that out so it automatically works on Schlage large format housings, that you can use that to unlock the door, line up the core, do whatever. But every large format core made that I'm aware of, Sargent, Yale, Corbin, Medico, on all the large format cores, this tool will work. On the small format core housing application, the housing itself, I've put this, I use a lot of these rings to identify whatever, but here's a boomer ring that now when you stick it into the housing of a small format, this will act as a construction core. It sticks in there and it stays there, and you can, it won't fall out during construction or whatever. I would not use this on exterior doors, but if you have a lot of interior doors where people have to be getting around, this is a great little tool for not a lot of money. You can also, if you can see this, I don't know if you can see this, but you can put your company logo. So if you have a sizable job and you want to do some advertising, you can put your lock shop on there. And there's also a key ring hole. So if you want to give it to your guys to line up installation of cores or whatever, again, large format, small format cores, you have this tool. And again, this is something that's in stock with CLK Supplies. The last cradle that I'm going to show you is what I'm calling the conventional cradle. And it's pretty nifty. Does a lot of different things. Let me take it apart so the things aren't falling. Okay, so here is what we call the conventional cradle. Let me get this. So there's locations that do different things. So as far as holding our following set tools, which are called the gator tools. Oops. It holds the gator tools. It will hold cut keys. It will also hold, if you need to see a shear line or pin a cylinder barrel type thing, here is a cylinder barrel where I captivate the tailpiece so it doesn't turn on you, and with the key itself, the key won't turn, so you can pin it up and see bottom pins, master pins. Also, another unique tool or feature is that if you have, Sargent uses them, a lot of key and knob manufacturers use true arc rings to hold the back of the plug on for knob cylinders or lever cylinders. I made this to hold so that so you can hold that cylinder so that you can get that C-clip off much easier and not have to put it in a vise and turn down on it. Last but not least, on the front of this is what holds up to 1 3/8 mortise cylinder. Here is the Schlage OEM following tool, 0.500, but it has the section there that marries up to a Schlage original plug. And again, so that you're not searching for a tailpiece or a following tool. Everything is here so that you can work on it. The top side is designed to hold pins, springs, caps, screws, cams, all kinds of different things. But this will help you, again, stay at your bench working on pinning cores. Believe me, I've been doing this for over 40 years. I realize that guys are looking at large access control jobs and safe jobs or safe deposit box jobs. Believe me, I understand that, but you still need to consider what keeps the lights on in your shop, and the everyday thing of pinning cylinders and cores and doing it, in an efficient manner and a more productive manner can save you time, save you money. And, you can get any of these, fixtures in the original or large format or small format. What we're working on right now, as I was talking to PJ about it, we're working on a cam lock version, which, as we know, a lot of cam locks are complex cam locks. So we're working on features for wafer cam locks, be able to rekey them and not have the wafers drop down on the ground or springs or whatever. They'll captivate all that. Also, pin tumbler cam locks, following tools that will help you do that. And people like Medico that have a full line of key switches, momentary on-off type of a thing, will help you wind that spring on the back and kind of do that again in a very efficient manner. So that we're coming that out probably before Thanksgiving. CLK Supply will have pretty much the exclusive introduction of that Caddy, LockCaddy, Cam Caddy, or whatever. And you'll be able to see that. Again, it will be a quality tool. It will be something that you will be able to work with and see. And if there's some things that that I'm missing, I would sure appreciate your input as far as that is concerned. I guess the last thing I want to do is for the folks that have taken their time out of their day to be with us, I'll offer like a CLK Zoom supply special, where on the Cam LockCaddy, as far as a conventional one, we're going to pass on a 10% discount to CLK Supply as far as for the people that took this. Also, I'm going to throw in the Schlage OEM following tool for free. And if you place the order today or the next day or two or whatever, we'll save you some money. And we have a bunch of these in stock, so we can get them over to PJ fairly quickly. So, we'll call it the CLK Zoom LockCaddy special that will be just for the guys that are on this Zoom call. That's new for us. These are the 3 new products. It's called a Cradle. We'll look to see what the end of the year brings as far as what we call a Cam Caddy, as far as cam locks are concerned. We have a couple other lock caddies up on the drawing board to see what interest there is, anywhere from the European profile locks to some other things I don't want to mention. But I want to thank you for your time. I certainly appreciate the people that are using our tools. And if there's some kind of feedback you want to send it over to PJ, I'm sure we talk all the time. I would appreciate any feedback as far as features or what you like or don't like type thing. So, and
Perfect,
again,
Wes.
we'll make sure that you get your a good discount on this and a following tool to boot as far as being attending the Zoom today.
Sounds great, Wes. Yeah, thanks for coming on and talking about that. I mean, one of the biggest things I want to make sure we highlight is that like the SFIC Cradle now like, so the ones beforehand from, I don't know, a month or two ago to the ones now, there's a spot to put the CAT or CAT tool in them. And so there is a little bit new updated design feature on those.
Correct.
But and Wes, I have a little riddle I want to end with for you. And because you know how much I love the go, no-go tool, right?
Sure.
Depending on the heights, it'll let you know if everything is keyed up the same or if it's not. And so, Wes, I have a question for you. If you were to put a go, no-go on top of a cylinder that you just pinned up 6 chambers on, and you set it on, and 3 were low and 3 were high, which one are you going after first to check and see if it's the problem? Are you going low or are you going high?
Well, I think great question. You're making me think here. I guess I would think I would go to probably most people add more pins or the wrong size pins than typical. So I would check the first of the higher pins first.
Okay.
And I would use that tool to pop those out. Now, one of the features that I wanted to do with this was when you have the core in like so, we'll get that keyway turned. Okay. Now that the core is there, you can also check the key to see what's not working. Okay, so you can actually see whether there's a control key problem or a user key or master key, where with the other LockCaddies, just because physically the core is turned sideways, you really can't get a key in to check that. But if I was a gambling type of guy, I would check the high one stack of 1 and then maybe the 1 stack of the lower, but that's how I would take a look at it.
Okay. Very good. Well, hey, I really appreciate you coming on here. You're also in our Alola booth here last month. We got to hang out a little bit and, keep making your tools, keep, they can be useful to those who are working with them. So I appreciate you coming on and, I guess we'll be chatting soon.
Yeah, we're going to let you know as soon as we have more on the Cam Caddy. We'll shoot it over to you so you can play with it and do whatever and give us your opinion about it, because we know you're the guy out there, doing this every day, and it's rather rare nowadays. People just want to take a part number and ship it to you, or be an order taker and not necessarily supporting different things. So that's a great thing that you're doing right now.
Yeah, well, thanks, Wes. All right, Wes, well, hey, I let, what is it, 4, 5, 6:30 in Chicago right now? Yep, about dinner time there. So, I'll go ahead and let you go, Wes. Thanks again, and we'll be in contact.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for everything.
Yep, we'll see ya. All right, well, there you have it. It's always great to have Wes on talking about the LockCaddy Tools. Now, here in just a moment, we're going to head in and we're going to move on to our and speaking of the special that he was talking about, just email us in sales@CLKsupplies.com and we'll definitely hook you up with that. Now, is what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to move on to this week's 5 lucky winners. Now, remember, in 2 days, on Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to be announcing the Lockboss Season 2.1 winners. And then, about a week or so later, we're going to be launching Lockboss Season 2.2, and you are going to like it. Now, if you hang on until after the winners, I actually have a confession to make that happened to me today, all right? So I figure when the time comes, Julio, put on some confession music, and I'm just going to let it all out, all right? I'm just going to let it all out. But until then, let's go ahead and announce this week's 5 lucky winners. Here we go. All right. Julio, go ahead and put some giveaway winners tunes on. You've been a little quiet over there today. All right, here we go. Winner number 1 is, oh, hold on here. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm getting so excited about the confession here. I'm getting a little messed up. Here we go. Let's first talk about what to do if you win. You're going to want to email us your shipping info to sales@CLKsupplies.com or call us at 800-848-6989 and we'll send your gifts soon. How to win. Just comment on our videos with the hashtag Lockboss. Winners will be chosen from the previous week's videos for our weekly giveaway. You will also be entered in to win one of 3 Lockboss bench setups, which include a JMA Burn Simply, a Pro 3000 Universal Pinning Kit, and a Lockboss Pinning Mat. And that winner will be announced on September 7th, which is 2 days away. It's weird, it's fun, and I'm excited to see who the winners are. But with all that being said, let's get to this week's winners. Here we go. Winner number 1 is Chris Allender. Congrats. Winner number 2 is I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm just gonna say it with confidence. Bento Sneakers. Congrats. Winner number 3 is Door and Lock Tips. Congratulations. Winner number 4 is Dayton Rogers. Congrats. And last but not least, winner number 5 this week is CAM Locksmith. Congrats. Very, very cool. All right. Now, of course, we still have going on right now is our Lockboss proxy key, which I actually happen to have on today. And, of course, you can purchase it, which so many of you do. Really surprises me how many people buy it. But you can also get it for free with an order over $387.23. All right. So there you have it, folks. That's the show this week. I want to thank you all for hanging around, hanging out, and geeking out over some LockCaddy Tools. And so with that being said, all right, we need to get to the confession here, but I do want to remind you all that to tune in next Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the Lockboss bench setup we got going on. Excited to announce those 3 winners, and then shortly after we'll be heading to season 2.2, so it'll be a lot of fun. But all right, let's get Julio, get the confession music going here. I need to get this off my chest, all right, because I'm hoping some of you can relate to this. All right, so this is a true story that happened this morning. All right. I get a call at 7 a.m. and 2 calls actually, and I missed him. It was a friend of mine, or I'd like to refer to him as an acquaintance, but that's another story for another day. And I call him back, and he says, "Hey, right down the road from you, my boss locked his keys, is locked out of his whole bar. Is there any way I could get you to come do it?" Now, it's 7 a.m. I have a busy day ahead of me, but and so I'm like, hey, hold on. Let me see what I can do. And let's say if I live here, okay, the Lockfather lives here. I don't know, we live, 5 miles apart, something like that. And this guy's kind of right here in the middle. And so I was like, you know what? The Lockfather is actually out doing lock work, so let me go ahead and give him a call. I call him up and tried to convince him, but he was like, nope. I'll let you do this one. All right. So I'm like, okay, fair enough. So I go over there And just a standard, I think a Defiant quick set lock, nothing big. Had my pick set with me. Did not have any leashes, just some standard picks. I spent, I don't know, 2-3 minutes with the audience behind me, like always, filling me in on how it's quicker in the movies, which I agreed and wish it was reality. And I pick it. The only problem is I picked it the wrong way. So I go ahead and grab my plug spinner, twist it, get it in kind of there, hit the button, and I'll be darned, I lock this thing up. Okay, I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me! Like, it's like amateur hour, right? I'm getting frustrated a little bit at this point, and I'm starting to sweat. And so I'm like, okay, guys, I just gotta pick it again. Put my tool in, and I start picking at it. And the owner of the property takes a knife out. Now, I should say that there was a piece of steel missing next to that they already had taken off before I got there at this pole barn. So all there was, I don't know what they call that, the moisture barrier or what have you. And as I'm sitting there picking it, he takes his pocket knife and he makes a slit. And here's the door right here. Here's the slit. And he reaches his hand in behind and turns the knob and opens it. And he looks right up at me as the door is opening from him pulling it from the inside, and he says, "Do I owe you anything?" Now, of course, I was doing it for free, but I was just like, "You gotta be kidding me!" And I'm pretty quick on my feet, and so I said right back to him, I said, "Well, if I'd known I could have done that, I would have started with it." But anyways, that's my confession. One of those days you go to pick, and as you're doing your work, the customer, or in this case, friend's boss, makes a little slit, puts his hand in and unlocks it. I don't know. As I was driving away, I was just like, I feel better about the fact that I did pick it just the wrong way, but I really wished I would have left there being the one opening the door, But oh my gosh, as Carl Lewis has going, he says, "Did he video this? Oh, it would have been terrible. I was sweating. It was like 7:30 in the morning. I got the sun pounding on me, but oh my gosh, it was. Those are good humble moments. They're good humble moments. As soon as I was doing good. I was feeling good. Picked the lock. When the plug spinner locked it back up, you're kind of like, oh my gosh. But anyways, hope you get a little kick out of my confession of that whole thing. I tell you what, it's good to have those type of moments. It's good to have those type of moments. Keeps you humble and keeps you just doing your thing, right? But anyways, hey, let me go ahead and let's see here. So yes, Jason USC1, yes. So there is a live show Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time that we're going to be announcing the 3 Lockboss Season 2.1 winners. So make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be a good old time. But there you go. Hey, VR. Hey, thanks. You did a fine job, plug spinners. That's like a virtual hug right there. Hey, look at that. Eric says, been there. It was so funny. I mean, just getting in and leaving, you're just like, oh my gosh. But like I said, I would actually feel embarrassed if I had not picked it at all, but picking it the wrong way. I mean, how many of you had that happen? It's like I was trying both ways. I didn't know which way I had to pick it to get it open. And yeah. Anyways, let's see here. Lucky Strike says, Kylie, I have a question. Are the grand prize winners going to be selected from the winners of every week, or are they random from every Locksmith? Yeah, no, yeah. So no, they're random from every Lockboss entry since May. So if you have not won at all, it doesn't, or you have won, it doesn't change the chances at all. We just use the YouTube random generator tool. But yeah, so they have everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful Tuesday evening. You stay safe out there. And of course, I'm going to leave you with a little bit of music, and we'll just be seeing you in 2 short days. So I'm looking forward to it. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And I'll leave you with a little music. We'll see you. Have a good one.